Great rising, beautiful beings. Great rising, beautiful beings. I'm going to activate this candle. And I'm going to burn it all night. I'm not going to carve anything into it or nothing. I'm just simply going to activate it on my own. And I'm going to burn it all night. I'm going to melt it to the Pyrex. Ain't nothing like having a Pyrex. Melt it to the Pyrex. And you probably can't see it. Okay. There you go. It's there. It's there. You ain't got to actually see it. It's for me. It's not. Let me see. Should I get the light back on? Should I let the candle do it? I might do activate too. Let me see. Activate. Okay. I don't like that. There we go. Watch it. You gotta make it even. Even. I still like it with the light. But I could burn too. It's hot as hell in here, y'all. Wait a minute. It's hot as hell. Y'all can't see nothing. Got a towel on. So let's see what's going on here, shall we? It's hot in here. How's it going, beautiful beings? How is it going? It's going over here. Minding my own business. Staying to myself. Doing what I do best. That's all you can do. I stay on the go. Now it's not the time to sit like a duck. It's not personal. This is a phone with an X on it and a thumbs up. People's reactions or opinions of me are really not about me at all. People tend to project their own insecurities or fears onto one another. So when someone speaks unkindly to me, I remember they have something going on that has nothing to do with me. Absolutely. Yeah, people's response is everything. You have to look at it as like, okay, I triggered something in them. where they felt like they had to be on guard. They had to protect themselves. That's funny this came out. I think a lot of people are going through that. Like, they seek advice or perspective, but nobody asking to be diagnosed or anything like that. Just stick with the subject, you know. But yeah, so it's not personal. I guess me being shadow banned is not personal, but who gives a fuck? Because I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do when I want to do it any motherfucking way anyway, right? It ain't personal. Yeah. People, feelings, and emotions can cloud your judgment in your life. You could be as simple as a person that sit down on the couch, take a shower, sit down on the couch, have you a 6-pack of Coronas and knitting, and it's going to be a problem with somebody. Stay present. Stay present. A lot of people don't stay present within their reality, and they don't know where they're coming from. As you can see, this person is going up the steps, but this person can look back and see how far they've come, how far they've made it, right? When you stay present, you can stay on track. You can enjoy the moment. Like a lot of women, the most beautiful moment of a pregnancy is when the woman is pregnant. When the woman is pregnant, the man is supposed to be there. He knocked up, he's supposed to be there. He's supposed to be talking to that baby. He's supposed to be talking to the mother. He's supposed to be showing love and affection. You got to be present. That's the most crucial point of that child's life. In this present moment, I have nothing to worry about. I take life step by step as I follow my desires and intuition. Absolutely. And everybody's intuition is not going to be everybody's intuition. Some people go certain places, but that don't mean that the whole United States is supposed to go with you. That's your journey. That's your dream. Joyfully overcoming any bumps along the way. When I live like this, I don't have to worry about the future. Absolutely. I'm not worried about my future, because if I was worried about my future, I wouldn't be enjoying myself. I wouldn't be eating out. I would be saving every single dime I make. I wouldn't buy no press-on nails. I wouldn't buy no makeup. I would just be saving all my money if I was so worried about the motherfucking future. Okay? Even though I want to be in the right alignment at the right time to do what I need to do, but I'm just over this future. If the pandemic didn't teach me anything, the pandemic taught me this. Live now. Live now. Because they could come up with rules, regulations, and all types of scrutiny on humanity. And then all that you work for and all that you strive for is just gone. Gone. Did y'all hear that? Now what the hell they doing? To the point they got to do all that. Recharge. Absolutely. It's time for you to recharge. It's time for you to recharge. That means cleansing, spiritual work, away from technology, period. Okay? The beauty about my situation as a truck driver, we're always out in nature. We're always outside. You know, it's a lot. There's more than enough time to recharge and do something. You know what I mean? I invite magic into my life always. Every day I grow my connections to this earth. If I am ever feeling low, I simply step outside and appreciate the natural miracles in this life. Being in nature lifts my spirits and recharge my energy. Absolutely. It's time for you to recharge. It's time for you to ground yourself. It's time for you to get in the lotus position. It's time for you to put your feet on the ground. It's time for you to earth. You may be in a cold location like me, but it doesn't matter. You take time out and you just put a towel on the ground and you wear your socks and do it for about 5 minutes a day if you can. You know, hug a tree, do something. You know, put your feet in water. Put your feet in salt water. That's a good grounding technique. Okay? If you got a glass bowl that can fit your feet in it, that's safe, like a big ass Pyrex or something, use it. Okay? The plastic and rubber will disconnect you, but the glass will keep you connected. Rejecting rather than it's rejecting, I guess. Rather than reacting and projecting, it's projecting. Rather than reacting and projecting my emotions onto others, I remember no one is to blame. No one is responsible for the emotions that I feel. When someone says or does something that brings up strong emotions within me, I have the choice in how I respond. Absolutely. You may have been overreacting or somebody may have been overreacting, but it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? You have to learn how to respond, how to be, how to change, right? You got to learn how to respond. You got to learn how to react. You got to limit your reactions, okay? Things have to be, get it better, get it nice, get it in alignment, and see what triggered you. Be honest with yourself. What actually triggered you? You know what I mean? Don't just sit up here and think a person a problem. Replay it back. See, I'm the type that can sweep shit under the rug too. But you still got to get that dust from under the motherfucking rug. Remember when you was a little kid, you wanted to sweep up, but you thought the hardest part was to actually get the dustpan and bend down and sweep the dust in the dustpan. You probably swept it behind the refrigerator. You probably swept it under a mat. And it was easier to just get it up. But you didn't know that. You didn't know that. You thought it was harder to get the dustpan, or get, not even a dustpan. Get the piece of paper, get the piece of cardboard, break down a Cheerio box, use the flat edge and sweep it up and put, you was going through some shit. Then here you go, you 20 years later, they had them before then. But as soon as they had stand-up dustpans, my mother bought stand-up dustpans. We rarely ever buy regular dustpans. We always use stand-up dustpans, okay? But it's just funny. So even though you done swept the dust under the rug, eventually you're going to have to move that rug, and eventually you're going to see that fucking dust, and eventually you're going to have to deal with that situation all over again. So instead of projecting, you know what I mean, or reacting, just sit back and relax and say to yourself, something triggered me. Was this person trying to insult me, or were they trying to help me? Or were you in a situation where somebody was trying to be rudely, or were they trying to actually help you? You know what I mean? Were they trying to be an asshole? Or were you just doing fucked up shit? You got some people that just want to be an asshole. But remember, when you're present, it's hard to think about the past. It's hard to think about the future because you're present. But being present is good. But when you live in a society where if you don't remember your history, you'll repeat it. You'll revolve right back where you came from because you don't remember. So don't get it twisted. You can spiritually be present in the now. Not thinking about the past, not thinking about the future. But you better have that history locked in somewhere so you won't repeat the same shit over and over and over. Because there's a lot of people out here. Get out of one abusive relationship. Get out of one fucked up ass relationship. just raw dogged it with one motherfucker and then start having problems and then turn around, get theyself together and then start raw dogging it with another motherfucker. Like, what happened to abstinence? What happened to just saying, wait a minute, I'll please myself? So you got to be mindful of that. Unique lives. Unique lives. And your life is very unique. I respect everyone's individual. I respect everyone's individual decisions. I try to tell everybody this. Your journey and your finish line is not my journey, and it is not my finish line. My junk DNA is not the same fucking junk DNA you got. So when I activate myself, it's not going to be the same fucking shit that you activate. When I activate, I might start glowing indigo and white light. Or I might just dissolve into black dust, pure melanin. You might activate and you might turn into a ball of fire. So, it's whatever junk DNA and whatever vibratory rate and whatever galactic family you come from. That's what it's all about. Nobody's on the same journey. Just because you get a break in reality don't mean that you're supposed to sit up here and think other people are doing their life wrong. Well, when they were doing their life right and you weren't sitting up on this pedestal, what were you doing? I respect everyone's individual decisions and way of life. We are each on our own unique journeys, and my way isn't the only way. My job is not to change others, but to simply love them, and that's all I can do. That is all I can do. Just love them for who they are. You strike gold tomorrow, you broke the next day. Just love you for who you are. Make it work for you or not make it work for you. It's totally who you are. It ain't no different than me blowing $400 on lottery and not having a dime. It's all gone. The 400 is gone. But it's going to be a million people that would have said what they could have did with that $400. I'm going to give you an example. Lottery taught me something. I would go places and I would see people and I would say, damn, if I had that much money, I'd do this. If I had that much money, I'd do that. Then when you actually project a certain life on other people, they say the same thing about you. If I had her car, I'd do this. Imagine how many people say, if I had their car, I'd be an Uber driver right now. But a person that work a 9 to 5 and go home that don't want to put wear and tear on their car, they know being an Uber driver is not the way to go. You want as less wear and tear on your car as possible. You could use it maybe twice or 3 times a month for Uber, but no more than that. You know what I mean? People that make it a full-time job, that don't make sense. Uber don't pay you enough money to make it a full-time job. You got to buy another car every 100,000 miles. Play. It's time to play, but this is more of a strategic play. Why would they put the Rubik's Cube up there? I am completely engaged in what I do, in the here and now. And that's what I said. I try to tell people, listen, I've been trying to tell people forever, baby, everything I do is a hobby. And if I stick with it, I love doing what I do. It's a fucking hobby. I love it. I'm passionate about it. I stick with it, right? And it pays me. You do what you love, and it pays you, right? Play. I am completely engaged in what I do, in the here and now. I call it play instead of work. Ashe. I've been trying to tell everybody. You think I'm overworking? How am I overworking? I could roll out of bed. I could roll back in bed. I could go outside, exercise, eat, drink, do whatever the fuck I want to do, and work. Have a check coming in every week. And able to save. How you love them cookies? I can save as much as I want to save. It's my choice. Do I save or not? It's been plenty of times where I would work 6 months and be off 2 years. Absolutely. I call it play instead of work. I am deeply fulfilled by all that I do. Absolutely. Even down to the gardens I had, everything. It's always been play. It was never some strict rule behind it, some spiritual context that had to be fulfilled. No. I align myself for my future. And you should think about that. Ain't nothing wrong with having a trade. It's a guy right now I watch on social media. He do lawn service. But in the wintertime, it gets slow. In the wintertime, the lawn service gets slow. So what he did, he took his trade and he went and welded. He's a welder, $30 an hour. And then when work pick back up, he'll go back to his lawn care service. That's just like this lady I watch in Africa. She got her family. It's two or three children, husband and wife. For some reason, it's easier for her to go back to work and make money than it is for her husband. So she leave the children and the husband in Africa, and she go back to the United States, work 3 to 6 months, and then come back to Africa. You can't make this shit up. So there's a positioning for everybody. Don't get it twisted. And if you do have some type of expertise or trade other than being a spiritual practitioner, tarot reader, it's a beautiful thing. Like right now, I could go clean homes. I could go cut yards. I could go do Airbnb with my home. I got many options. I could put my cars on Toro. I could do anything I want to do. But I choose not to. Remember, everybody can see the shining light for other people's shit. But sometimes you have to live by example and do what suits you. So, whatever you're doing, if it ain't play, you need to be saving all your money and find you something that can make you the money and be play. That'd be like if I was accounting. Man, I'd be counting that goddamn money up and twiddling my goddamn thumb. Excuse me. I told my mother I wanted to be an accountant. And she said, you don't need to be a slave to nobody else's money. That'll stress you out. How that's going to stress me out getting paid to make sure somebody else's money add up? How can that stress me out? But hey, she know more than I do. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? It seems like somebody trying to emotionally steal. Look at this guy. It's a confusing card. One guy walking away with a cup. This is 6 of Cups. And another guy looking at the bottom of the cup with the sun behind him. So, you know, it's a confusing situation here. It's like a give and take. Like one person looking at the stars with the cup. I don't know, but this is traditionally a card. I would have to look at this card a few times to see what it means. Matter of fact, I got the book. Let's see what their explanation is for this book. 6 of Cups. I want to see. A card that represents one's past, their memories of simple pleasures. Also, a new environment, memories, or people from the past may reappear. You may make a move of some type, hoping to recapture the past. Enjoy simple things. Reverse, the future, events that have not yet happened but are near. Okay, so it's simple. But if I read between the lines, it looks like somebody taking a cup from somebody. It doesn't look like a past experience. Like I would have made the guy more opaque, not solid. But yeah, this is your past. Okay? And like the card said, you may be entering a space where you may go back to your past. Hey, listen, I just said the other day, all animals migrate and they go back home. The ones that know how to go back home, go back home. You can stay out and play all you want, but your spirit had you born where they wanted you born. Never forget that. I wasn't born in the jungle. I was born in the United States. I was born in America. I was born in Georgia. You feel me? When it all boiled down to it, your spirit don't lie. Where you resonate with, where you grow, is where you grow. You have to learn how to make it work. You got to learn how to build what you need on your own foundation. Don't worry about nobody else. Don't worry about how slow it is. Hey, nobody said it better than TLC. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Listen to the river and the lakes that you used to. You feel me? So we could go view all the waterfalls, but that's spiritually for somebody else. It's a reason why they poison our lakes and our rivers. We have to be the one to fight to get it back right. Because eventually, sooner or later, like, do you actually think Amazon is named Amazon for no reason? I mean, like the actual Amazon where you go buy stuff. No, I'm sure they got a big project where they're going to figure out a way how to destroy the Amazon rainforest. See that smoke? It's been smoking, but it did a big one when I said that. I'm sure they got an underlying project where they are trying to penetrate that Amazon. They're trying to get the resources from that Amazon rainforest, and they don't give a fuck who go down. They don't give a fuck who go down. They don't give a fuck who they destroy. They don't give a fuck how many animals and lives they destroy. Don't you see the United States? Don't you see what's going on? Because nobody won't fight back. Everybody just think, oh, if I go here, 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 my life will be better. Yeah, your life might be better, but at what cost? Two of Cups. There's some type of love here, some type of companionship, some type of balance, okay? Everybody balance is different, okay? There's some type of union, some type of family, okay? Something is happening here. These cups, these water. I'm a water sign. Maybe you're a water sign. Seven of Cups. Emotions. Let me read this one too. I never thought to read what these meant. They are a bit different. Let me see. A card that represents many choices of the inquirer. Review of past choices and future choices. Be careful of making mistakes. A good choice is hidden by many other bad choices. Do not fool yourself with unreal dreams. Take the best and most solid choice. And see, by them being stuck in the waters like that, it's kind of confusing. But definitely, there's several choices. But that card says specifically, that book says specifically that there's many bad choices. And it's up to you to find the right choice. Okay? So, you may have options, but remember, you got to be cool. You got to play in the weight game. You can't always rush on everything that's gleaming, everything that's shining, everything that's flowing. You can't do it. And another thing, I don't know what it is, but the people that are attracted to me the most are the people that done been in the crazy house. My brother done been in the crazy house. Several people from YouTube that reach out to me, all done been on some type of medication and done been in some type of admittance. Absolutely. The girl that came to my house that was acting crazy just out the blue. She was fine. I didn't give a care about a paranoid or nothing, but all of a sudden, she said I was trying to attack her. I was the one who was trying to send the police, the FBI, and that off after her. Don't know why. We vibing the music, and all of a sudden, I'm the problem. And this is not the first time I've seen it. People open up channels in their brain that don't close, and they stuck in a loop. Then I meet this guy, sweet guy. We hung out, we drank. He didn't call me for like a week. And when he called me back, he said, I'm in the crazy house getting my check started. In the crazy house getting your check started. So when the holiday came, because his family in that area. So I'm thinking he'll call me since I got the whip. Let's go check on my family. Let's go ride to my family. Let's go eat or something at my family house. You know, just do something. You know, besides me going to a bar, drinking, and eating bar food, I'm hoping. He didn't call me. He didn't call me till the whole holiday was over on a Saturday, and you wouldn't believe what this motherfucker said. This motherfucker said that he been checking him or omitting himself into the crazy house every holiday because he's no longer with his mother anymore. So you go into the hospital, you letting people know that you would kill yourself or you crazy. I can't be around you. I can't be around you. That if you pull out a knife or anything, they already got on record that you fucking crazy. That you hear shit. Or whatever you going through. Then my parents or family be worried about, well, she was around a crazy person and he was documented as crazy. Man, play with it. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. Get documented as crazy. Talking about you'll kill yourself or you hear voices. I'm not hanging around you. The hermit. Exactly. That's what we doing. We by ourselves and they need to be by themselves too. Because anybody that got a job, only one person with a job reached out to me and visited me. Everybody else, ain't nobody got no job. No, the other girl had a job too, but she was crazy here. I don't know how she had a job. It ain't no different than that other truck driver said. It's an alien on the roof of my truck. Okay, baby. If you think that, you can't be telling nobody that. You got to have discernment. You know, it's a different from you saying, ooh, that's a drone. Or that drone always following me. You know, or that star moving. But when you start saying, motherfuckers shooting DEW weapons at you and stuff, you got to kind of keep it to yourself. And even if you're not going to keep it to yourself, why is it when you get around these white folks and get hired, they never see the crazy? But when you get around a nigga like me, you want to start acting crazy. No. Hermit, baby. Ain't that how the hermit came out if you don't need to be by yourself? You need to be by yourself. You got a lot of soul journey stuff that you got to do by yourself. You got a lot of awakening and bonding you got to do by yourself. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. It ain't. Tell the truth, shine the devil. Anything else, spirit? Definitely time to give back, time to reflect. You know what I mean? There's some type of loss here. Some type of energy, some type of loss. It's like all the information is coming in. It's like all the information's coming in. Like it's piling up. But you don't know how to use it. You even got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse here. All this information, all this technology, all this vision coming in. But it's still not doing anything. You giving back, you giving to people, you giving free advice, you giving everything. Not advice, perspective. You give free perspective and everything. And the information's still flowing. But for some reason, It's keeping you in this space of can't receive. Like the currency just not flowing, it's not coming. And you give back, you give to charity, you donate, you do everything, but you're just not receiving more. You're not accumulating more. You're not doubling and tripling. And the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Let me see what that say in reverse. Was Cups first? Yeah. I want to see the reverse. Secretive, false compliments, mean-spirited, judgmental. And that's possible. Secretive, false compliments, mean-spirited, judgmental. Hell, that can even be me. But I ain't giving no false compliments. There's no reason. There is going to be some type of judgment. And it sounds like it's somebody around you being very secretive, very judgmental, and they really don't want to see you on your high horse. They want to see you off your high horse. It's somebody out there that's judging you, that's very secretive, and they really not telling you the truth. And I'm going to tell you something. I know a few people who have come to me for motivation to drive a truck. And now they driving truck. But there's one person who say I should have my own business. I don't want my business in trucking. Even though I've mastered it, now I could do it. It's other things I want to do. I could do it. But the trucking industry is very cutthroat. And my sanity is more important than working truckers like a slave. See, I know what I've gone through to get to a gravy train job, right? And for me to get my business off the ground, you have to kind of like be very cutthroat. And I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready to be like this shady trucking company to start lining my pockets. I'm just not gonna do it. Judgment. There's a lot of judgment going on. There's a lot of things going on that have to... There's a verdict being done, okay? There's a verdict. And it's money being tied up. There's a lot of money being tied up. And judgment is trying to see, do you deserve the money or not? Do you deserve this flow? Do you deserve this easy lifestyle, or should you actually struggle more? There's a lot of money being tied up right now. Yeah. It's a lot of money being tied up that's spiritually being tied up. It's spiritually being tied up. Because you don't know who you are until you receive a lot of money. You either gonna blow it real fast, do something smart and creative, or you're gonna be like this mean person. Do you know you can have all the money in the world and still be lonely? You could go to some of the nicest places, but still be lonely. I do it all the time. I go to places where you're not going to spend less than $120. You just not. 2 drinks, a main course meal, a tip, about $120. And in that process, you going to eat that meal just as sure as you walked in there being lonely, just as sure as you're going to leave being lonely. And then when you go to these spaces, you don't too much see people go alone. They always go as a group. It's always a planned event. Whenever I made plans, nobody ever followed through. You know how you make plans? I'll be there in 3 months on this date. You got anything going on? Nope, I'll be there too. People don't follow through. I only know one person I made plans with that came through. But that bitch still get on my motherfucking nerve. Okay? It's time to tap into your deep-rooted thoughts. It's also time to do some type of moon magic. Because you're stronger as a couple. It's something about this. You're stronger as a couple than as an independent person. This person is stronger as a couple than an independent person. Like, you're going to keep shuffling and bustling. But when you open your heart up for true love, you're stronger as a family. You're stronger as family. It's like spirit guide, the cosmos, the source energy is saying, we're not going to bless you because you don't want to bring no children in. Like, who gonna take the inheritance? I don't blame them. Who gonna take the inheritance? If we give you $5 or $10 million now, $20, $50 million now, all this gold and resources, who's gonna inherit it? Who's gonna inherit it? And then, if you sleep with the wrong species of human, we're really not about to give you no money. There's something about this ancient wisdom is saying, like, look, it don't do us no good to inherently bring our galactic money into your existence. You don't have any children. You don't want to get married. You don't want a boyfriend. You don't want a girlfriend. You don't want to birth us into the reality. So, being rich and nowhere to inherit it, who gonna get the money? The government? Have you lined it up so that the property and stuff becomes like a monument or a museum? You have to think about this stuff. There are some very vital portals. There's some very vital DNA that want to come into this realm of existence. There's some very vital DNA that want to come into this existence, and they are so pissed off. You're not in a stable family. You're not in a stable relationship. Death. Ain't that something? Look how death showed up. Some people, before they ever become rich, they might just pass away. Enjoy what you can on this life, because if you don't have that stable nuclear family, man and woman and child, you may never understand what it takes to have a tribe, an empire, a foundation. What you gonna do with the money? Where the money gonna go? Who gonna get the money? Everybody in power, every celebrity is with somebody that don't look like their mama. How does that benefit us? You desire everything but what look like your mama. And do you know the women that they call ugly? We call all their sons fine. Like, okay, you look like an ape. You look like a monkey. You look like this, but you fine as fuck. And you got that characteristic from your mama. Imagine that. A woman with a strong nose, strong phenotype, she deserves all the love she could get, because all these women gonna be flocking to her son any fucking way. They make beautiful boys. You know, the women just strong. She got a strong phenotype. It's not that soft, alluring, beautiful little I'm the one type, whatever people that idolize. I'm telling you. How you gonna not date somebody that look like your mama? Nine of Cups. Oh, look at that cross. He got his arms crossed. What? Yeah, there's a lot going on here. There's some type of emotional fulfillment. There is some very strong emotional fulfillment here. And the devil showed up at the bottom of the deck. Hey, somebody said haste makes waste. Haste makes waste. Rushing. Shit, I ain't rushing. I done been hasteful before, but I ain't rushing now. Somebody, these cards get warmer and warmer. Like I avoided them for a while because she has a bad stigma. Like they tried to put a bad stigma on her, but. And look, I lift the box up, and the lighter under there said love. That is crazy. Okay, Spirit, give me one more card. Three of Staffs. Some type of victory. Some type of victory. You see that golden staff up there? That's a victory. That's a victory. It's like saying you made it. You understand. You understand now. That's a yes. If you did have a question, it's a yes. If you waited this whole reading for an answer, it's a yes. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You're at the right place at the right time. And everything is, and everything is working in your favor, okay? Spirit, let me, get one more card out of here. Anything else, Spirit? That is so strange. We got one final card. Oh my God! The very first card that came out the deck, y'all. Is it Recharge? Oh no, it's like the third or fourth one. I invite magic into my life always, and Ashe, I do. But I'm not inviting magic into my life that's trying to interfere with my journey. Okay? Any magic that's trying to come into my life that's trying to interfere with my journey. And while we at it, let's burn this. Let's burn this. I'm gonna program it. Okay. Burn it. Anything that's trying to interfere with my life, my journey, comparing me to their life. They can't just worry about their own life. They got to compare me to their life. They got another thing to worry about, you know. But it's time to recharge. It's time to ground yourself. It's the time to flow, flow, flow. Okay, let me finish it. Finish her. Okay. I used to play that when I was young. Street Fighter. Finish her. Yeah. And, yeah. Recharge. I invite magic into my life always. Every day I grow my connection to this earth. If I am ever feeling low, I simply step outside and appreciate the natural miracles in this life. Being in nature lifts my spirit and recharges my energy. Ashe. That's right. Nature recharge. And look, the deck closed. The deck closed. Okay, y'all. That was a beautiful reading. If you would like a sample reading, by all means, check out the link in the description. Donate. You write donate with your email, and I'll reach out to you if you donate to the channel. Otherwise, check out the link in the description. Take you to the it takes you to the actual website to book a reading. If you need herbs for your New Year's cleanse, by all means, check me out, okay? I can help that endocrine system and that lymphatic system cleanse itself out so that you can be like brand new. Okay? Until next time, unearth the magic. The truth will definitely set you free.